Welcome back, guys. I'm Tony Hansen, joined by Dan Isgro and Vin B. And today we're looking at Spook Mansion on Tabletopia.com. Tabletopia is a great place to play thousands of board games with your friends anywhere in the world at any time. Guys, right now, if you look at the bottom right-hand side of the corner, you're going to see me and Vin waving. That is a video interface that is built into the software, pretty easy to use, as well as a text box below that. So pretty easy to communicate. And besides that, you also have the 3D interface. So it's pretty easy to use. You just click around. You can rotate in and out with your scroll bar on your mouse. And it kind of works like you think it should. Pretty easy to get around. And you even have a feature that allows you to zoom around the map with hotkeys using the numbers on your keyboard. How do you set it up? Well, they have ones that come with it automatically. But let's say, for example, you want to look at these cards real closely. You would press Shift, and I'll just guess 6 for now. So now if I press just 6 without the shift, it'll go right back to that view real quickly. It's a lot of fun. Cool thing to note is that you don't hog the interface for the other players when you're looking at something. I can be zooming in something and double clicking, bring up on the screen, and no one else knows what I'm zooming in on or anything else like that. They only see the little hand that's my icon that moves around the map, and that's about it. So you don't hog the interface for somebody else. You don't get in somebody else's way. It's pretty easy, and that's one of the benefits of virtual gaming. So let's go to Dan Isgro right now, who's going to take us through Spook Mansion.
Thanks, Tony. Spook Mansion is a really fun game. It's a 2-player game, and it works great in Tabletopia's interactive environment. To start out the game, you can right-click on the deck of cards, and whoever plays the ghost wants to draw 4 cards. So on the menu, you can draw 4, and those cards are dealt directly into your hand. Now, as the player who's drawn the cards, these cards are only visible to you and nobody else on the table until you place a card on the table. So now when it's time to play as the ghost, you can select 1 card from your hand, click it, and drag it onto the table to place it on the playing area. As you see, Tony's selected 2 cards at a time, which you can also do. But as you play the game, you'll want to click 1 room at a time, 1 card at a time to play on the table. As you can see, you click and drag the card onto the center of the table and drop it wherever you'd like to play it. And as the game goes on and you'd like to place your ghost meeple onto the card, you can do the same thing. Hover over the meeple, click, and drag him onto the playing surface wherever you'd like to place him in the house. And it works the same way with the investigator meeple. You can hover over the investigator meeple, click him, and drag him onto the card wherever you'd like to place him. And it works the same with the yellow action tokens and the black blocking tokens. You can just hover over them, place them on the board wherever you'd like to place the blocks in order to block the investigator from moving into the next room. Now, after a turn is done, or if you'd like to place another room card onto the table on your next turn, you can do it the same way. Just hover over the card in your hand, click it, drag it onto the playing surface, and you're free to put the card anywhere you want. Now, just remember to be careful when you're doing that to make sure that your openings connect to each other as they're on the table. As you can see, Tony connected 1 opening to the other room, represented by those 2 orange lines. And like I said before, Tabletopia's interactive environment makes it really easy for you to move that card and play it anywhere you'd like to play it on the playing surface. So you can place your rooms wherever you'd like to place them very, very easily.
Thanks to Tabletopia's really easy to use interface here, we've actually gone over most of the functionality. However, one thing that remains is if you ever need to group and select multiple items at a time, it's very easy. There are 2 ways to do it. One is to hold Shift and click and drag, and you'll get a square that comes up like you can see with Tony right now, and everything that's in that square is then selected and you can move it around easily. The other way is if you want to select individual elements, you can click on one, then holding Shift, click on one, and then holding Shift, you can select another one, and you can select individual units that way. That way, if they're not all neatly in a square, you can pick individual units to move around, or meeples or tokens.
And that's it, guys. So check out Spook Mansion on Tabletopia.com, and that'll do it for us at Audio Dungeon. I'm Tony Hansen, joined by Dan Isgro and Vin B. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.